amusing. I actually, these are still kind of work days, even though it's a holiday today. These are still kind of work days for me. So I'm actually off to the side here writing an introduction for a book that I'm soon going to be publishing. And it's great that I'm showing all these foreign language films because it's not distracting because I can't understand what they're saying anyway. But man, those Italians yell a lot. And I know exactly, I can tell exactly the scene where Pietro Jeremy slaps that guy because the whole audience just erupts like, yeah! One of the great things about programming the International Festival is that it's a world tour, and as like an added benefit to all of this is that you get to travel to all these different cultures and you see these films, all kind of mystery films set in different environments. So this is probably the most, the biggest contrast you're going to get in the festival is going from Italy to Sweden. Because I guarantee there won't be any yelling in this movie. And a lot of snow in this film. And I guess I'm going to give a quick introduction for a woman who needs no introduction. One of the reasons I chose to show this movie is because when you do program relatively obscure international films that aren't French, you're going to get a lot of unknown actors, people you haven't seen on screen before. And I know that, you know, the audiences for Noir City love old movies and movie stars and the whole thing. So the opportunity to show a star the magnitude of Ingrid Bergman before she was a Hollywood star in her native country, speaking her native tongue, was somewhat irresistible, particularly when she plays a crook. That's right in my wheelhouse, you know. So this is what makes this movie so fascinating, is that this was, I think, 3 years before she came to Hollywood. She was a star at this point in Sweden, and she's only 22 years old when she made this movie. She was a talent that was just so completely undeniable. The two men, Gustav Muller, who is the director of this film, and his brother Ola, who was a theater director, she was sort of the muse for both of these men. And when she was a teenager in the Swedish theater, Ola was sort of guiding her career. And then when she made the transition to cinema, his brother Gustav made a lot of her films. And this film was made for her. This is her movie. She expressly told them, imagine having this kind of juice when you're 22 years old. She said, you know, I want to play a part that's a real stretch for me. I know everybody thinks I'm absolutely gorgeous and wonderful and angelic, but I want to play something darker and a little more sinister. So they concocted this story for her. It's interesting to note that at this point, as much as her track to inevitable superstardom seemed obvious early on, there was a pragmatic side to Bergman, and so she married a dentist. Like, if all this stuff doesn't work out, this guy's going to have a good career. And oddly, he kind of played a significant part in this film because, as you will see, she is facially disfigured in this movie, and he designed the prosthetics that are used to deform her face in the movie. Her mouth is twisted and contorted. Don't worry, it's only for part of the movie. She will be the Ingrid Bergman we know and love at a certain point in this film. The movie was also remade 3 years later in Hollywood without Ingrid Bergman. Joan Crawford played the part that Bergman plays in this film. It's also called A Woman's Face. George Cukor directed that version, and it's very much a Hollywood version of the story that you are about to see. I'm not going to try to sell you that this is a real film noir. It's not. It's kind of a criminal melodrama with a lot more redemption in it than I'm usually comfortable with. But it is a fabulous Ingrid Bergman, right? And so I did not want to pass up the opportunity to show this film. So I hope you enjoy it. Remember about the donation drive out there and the fact that Janet Roger will be here signing her book, Shamus Dust, at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. And then I don't have to, some of you people I don't need to tell this to because I know you'll be in the exact same seat all week long. But really, the evening shows tonight are special. And if you haven't seen Never Let Go with Peter Sellers as a villain, it is a revelation. So I hope you're going to stick around for that. Now, enjoy Ingrid Bergman in A Woman's Face.